These two sides were actually in the same group in last year's inaugural Basketball Champions League, with the home side coming out on top in both their fixtures. So can Aris manage to change that trend here this evening? Here's a look of the games that we're going to see in Group D. CEZ against Aris, Stelmet against Telekom Baskets Bonn, and then a little later on Ostend against Besiktas, and then tomorrow is Nanterre against opposition away from home. Decent crowd that have come in this evening to watch this one, and also some travelling Greek fans as well that have made the journey here to the Czech Republic. So we're about 8 minutes or so from tip-off. Here is how Group D stands at the moment. Obviously we've only played one game, so wouldn't read too much into this, but Nanterre do top the group after beating CEZ Nymburk last week. So CEZ find themselves in 8th position, but it's a pretty tough group. A lot of strong teams, a lot of teams that were here last season as well in the Basketball Champions League. So they've managed to get some experience under their belt, and they'll be looking to try and improve on their performances last year. There was Kyle Weaver, who had a really good game day one. Actually, Kyle Weaver, he came out hot in the first quarter, got them going early on. As we take a look at the Aris roster, and as seems to be the way with the majority of the Greek teams, Aris will be returning a host of native players, with some names to look out for, the likes of Brent Petway, who's no stranger to the Basketball Champions League after suiting up for Pinar Karšiaka last season. And they've also got players like Kwame Vaughan, who adds firepower, and Kyle Weaver as well, the NBA veteran, who, as I mentioned, had a really good game day one. And here is the CEZ Nymburk roster. Eugene Lawrence returns, having led the team in assists last year, but he's one of the few familiar faces, really. American Quincy Diggs, he's joined from Germany, where he averaged double digits, and 6'10" big man Hunter Mikkelsen signed after a rookie season in the Czech Republic. And also the likes of Kendrick Ray, who's preparing for his rookie season out of Kennesaw State University, where he averaged over 21 points a game in his senior season. So he'll be hoping that he can try and replicate those kind of numbers for them this season. So the two sides are just going to be introduced to the crowd. First of all, the visiting Aris side. CEZ Nymburk had an 11-5 record in last season's Basketball Champions League. They reached the playoff qualifiers before departing. So it'll be interesting to see whether they can improve on that this season. They have lost a couple of key players since then. Howard Sanruz has gone to Turkey, and also Byron Allen has gone to AVA Baskets in Germany. So they're without those two. As for Aris, well, their season was 9-8 records in the inaugural Basketball Champions League, and they then got to the round of 16 before departing. As the home side now introduced to the home supporters. Well, they did get off to a losing start last week, did CEZ Nymburk, playing in front of their home fans. They were beaten by Nanterre 81 points to 72. They shot the ball terribly, though, both inside and out. They shot just 29% from two-point range and 27% from beyond the arc, so they'll need to significantly improve on those numbers as the Champions League goes on. Their bench had a big impact, though. They made the scoreline somewhat respectable. They scored 48 of their points, so looking to try and rely a little more on their starting five here today. So the players just completing the formalities before we can get this one underway. There is Martin Klisch, you can see, who's one of a few players who are actually with the Czech Republic at Eurobasket 2017. had a disappointing campaign, really. Did the checks, but yeah, there's a few players on this CEZ Nymburk side that did participate in the Eurobasket just a couple of months ago. So they'll just have some final warm-ups and we can get going with about 3.5 minutes or so until tip-off. It's good to see so many Greek players in this Aris side. Kyle Weaver there is one of few, really, that aren't Greek born and bred. The likes of Keith Benson and Gary Bell, Brent Petway, the others. So here are the officials today. Martin Horozov, Serdan Dozai and Tanel Suslov from Bulgaria, Croatia and Estonia. They'll be overseeing proceedings today. There's Keith Benson, who had a pretty good game last week. Did the big man. He'll be looking to do damage on both ends of the floor here this evening. Yeah, they did meet twice in the group phase last year, these two sides, and CEZ Nymburk got the better of Aris here in the Czech Republic, and then Aris returned the favour when they went to Greece. So they were both pretty tight games, though. So we're expecting more of the same, really, here today. You can see that Ronen Ginsberg, the CEZ Nymburk coach, the Israeli-born coach who actually coached the Czech national team at Eurobasket 2015 and 17. And there is Panagiotis Giannakis, who is in charge of Aris. Only joined Aris this year. Won gold with Greece all the way back at Eurobasket 2005, did Panagiotis Giannakis. And tried his hand as the head coach of China last year. Certainly a passionate crowd, though, are the Aris supporters, who have come in their numbers. All credit to them making the trip to the Czech Republic to cheer on their side today. They did get off to a winning start on game day one, did Aris, against Stelmet Zielona Góra. They certainly made harder work of it than perhaps they should have done. They led by as many as 18 at one stage. They went into the final quarter leading by 14, but that lead was quickly diminishing, and Stelmet actually got to within 3 points of them coming down the stretch. But Aris managed to grind it out and picked up the win, 70 points to 64 in the end. Yeah, they were certainly made to work a lot harder for it than I think many people thought they were going to at one stage. Trying to keep you up to date with the other game in Group D that's taking place at the same time as this one. Stelmet Zielona Góra against Telekom Baskets Bonn of Germany. And we're off and running here. Wojtek Pruban, who's another that was in Cluj-Napoca during the summer, playing for the Czech Republic at Eurobasket. Decent outside shooter is Wojtek Pruban. Keep a lookout for that. Got the hot hand a couple of times at Eurobasket, and throws the ball away, so a couple of turnovers to start off this one. Here is Pruban to Quincy Diggs. Only joined the club this year, did Diggs. It's another turnover. Good transitional defense, though, by the home side, just to get bodies back. Now Atheniou. Vasilopoulos, shot clock is down to 2 here. Someone needs to get a shot away, and well, it's poor really from Aris. Had no idea that the shot clock was counting down, did Keith Benson, and looks a little bit bemused when he hears the buzzer. So it's 4 straight turnovers, 2 each to start off this one. Panagiotis Giannikis not looking particularly happy with that play there. Here's Eugene Lawrence, led the team in assists in last season's competition, did Eugene Lawrence. Pruban comes out and sets the screen, nearly throws it away, does well to keep hold of it, and Martin Krish drives and makes the first points of the game, and Martin Krish is off and running here. But 3 or 4 games at Eurobasket that Martin Krish scored the first points of the game for the Czech Republic, and he's done the exact same thing here for CEZ Nymburk as well. Vasilopoulos throws it into Keith Benson. Whistle already went, so he'll head to the line. Have a chance for a 3-point play here. Vasilopoulos came up big last week, did Vasilopoulos, certainly down the stretch, a couple of big blocks. And he converts on the 3-point play. Well, they need to start looking after the ball a bit better here. CEZ Nymburk. So another turnover, just gifting possession back to Aris. Here's Dimitris Flionis, only 20 years of age, Flionis. Played his youth basketball with Aris, so he's been here for some time. As Kyle Weaver, what a pass that is behind the back, and Keith Benson makes the 2. With a beautiful little dime from big man as the 3 goes up, and the 3 goes down for Quincy Diggs. So the first shot from beyond the arc is CEZ Nymburk's. Atheniou, double team, manages to work himself a bit of space. Now Flionis, who finishes really nicely with the left hand. Pruban nearly throws it away, instead gives it to Eugene Lawrence. Lawrence penetrates, tries to bank it in and gets the roll. And all of a sudden both sides just beginning to fire up out here. And Eugene Lawrence is up and running for the home side. Flionis. Offensive foul has been called, so they'll turn it over, will the Greek side. It's called on Vasilopoulos. Is Quincy Diggs. Great penetration from Diggs, although he's thrown it away, and now in transition, the fast break down the other end, looking for some support. And a travel has been called, and this time Aris will turn it over. A huge number of turnovers early on in this one. Is Eugene Lawrence. May think about the 3 instead. Gives it to Wojtek Pruban. Back to Lawrence. Lawrence from miles downtown, can't get it to go. Offensive rebound though, and the putback is no good. And it's Kyle Weaver who brings down the rebounds. Vasilopoulos throws it back outside. Charges to the baseline, is fouled, and he'll shoot a couple. At 16 points last week. Kyle Weaver, 3 rebounds and 4 assists as well. He shot the free throw well as well last week, shooting at 80%. Down, gets the roll with the reverse layup. Quincy Diggs again, who started brightly here for CEZ Nymburk. So 9 points all. Dinyao to Vasilopoulos. Foul goes on Martin Krish. Benson decides to throw up the long two, can't get it to go. Offensive rebound by Quincy Diggs. Now Eugene Lawrence to Ruban. Krish comes out, sets the screen, wonderful pass from Eugene Lawrence and an easy 2. Really nicely done off the pick and roll, Martin Krish. And Vasilopoulos throws it away, tried to play in the bounce pass. Wasn't quite on the same wavelength as his teammate. That's the pass from Eugene Lawrence. At 13 points last week, did Eugene Lawrence, led the way in scoring for CEZ Nymburk. Likes of Kendrick Ray had 11, Barac also had 11, and Villarreal had 12. Dinyao steps back for 2, can't get it to go. And eventually the rebound is brought down by Wojtek Ruban, out to Eugene Lawrence, who throws the 3 and connects with the 3, Eugene Lawrence. And CEZ Nymburk now out into a 5-point lead, 14 points to 9. Is Weaver. Weaver just dishes it out and Benson throws it down. Certainly both teams beginning to heat up out here. Diggs throws it back outside. Lawrence thought about the 3 from miles out. Foul has gone on Flionis. This is the 3 from Lawrence. Great pass by Wojtek Ruban. So they'll get a 14-second reset as Flionis takes a seat. And Kwame Vaughan is the man who comes in. Played for the Freeport Skyliners last season, did Kwame Vaughan. So played some summer league for the Philadelphia 76ers as well. Martin Krish again, looking to try and get it onto that left hand of his. Can't get it to go. Rebound by Vasilopoulos. Again, good transitional defense by the home side, who get back in good numbers. Here is Vasilopoulos, the experienced Vasilopoulos for Aris. One of the great defensive players. Can't get a difficult shot to go, Kwame Vaughan. Rebound by Martin Krish. Eugene Lawrence. The jumper is good. And it's Bender who makes it. Good defense, can't get it to go. Kyle Weaver throwing it over defenders, and the pass down the floor, and an easy 2 for Eugene Lawrence, who just turns round and gives his teammate a big round of applause. And CEZ Nymburk open up their biggest lead of the game so far. It's out to 7, but great vision by Martin Krisch, and Eugene Lawrence has the hot hand early on here for CEZ Nymburk. He's got 7 points and 3 assists as well for Eugene Lawrence. It's been a good start for him, a good start for the home side, and a timeout has been called.
I want to run. Weak. We show blue, we stay man. Okay? We stay man. Don't let this guy to play. Okay, be tough with it. Deny the ball. How many fouls we have? Never foul. Okay, let's begin.
So 18-11. 2 minutes 45 remaining in this first quarter. Interesting that Aris haven't attempted 1 shot from beyond the arc, and that's a nice 2 in traffic there from Kyle Weaver. Both sides shooting the ball pretty well from the inside. CEZ Nymburk at 75%, Aris at 56%, but yeah, not 1 attempt. Here is Jaromir Boacic, who certainly can shoot the 3. And knocks another one down. Saw it a lot at Eurobasket. Jaromir Boacic, that left-handed shot from the outside. And it's working early on here as well. Vasilopoulos, great pass underneath. And Kwame Vaughan was just a little delayed in getting the shot away, but he'll shoot 2 anyway. Yeah, CEZ is shooting the ball 75% from the inside and 60% as well from three-point range. So easy to work out why they lead by 8 early on. Well, the Greek supporters desperately trying to act as the 6th man at the moment, trying to get behind their team. Kwame Vaughan makes the 2nd. As Martin Krisch takes a seat. Nice start for Martin Krisch. Couple of rebounds. Here is Quincy Diggs. Throws it outside. No pressure on the 3 at all, and you just can't afford to give him that kind of space. He will hurt you. And another 3 knocked down for the home side. The lead is up to 9. It's a nice start for Pamperla. He's only just come in, replacing Martin Krisch. First joined the team in 2009, did Pavel Pamperla, was there for 3 years. And whilst he was there, he was named to the All-Euro Cup 2nd team in 2012. He then left in 2012, went to various countries, like of Spain and Belgium, and then rejoined CEZ Nymburk in August of last year. As Diggs throws a 3 from miles out, and Quincy Diggs connects again, and at the moment CEZ Nymburk cannot miss from the outside. Now the high court press, and already we have a double-digit lead. It's 12, the lead for CEZ Nymburk, and it's mainly because of their outside shooting. They're up at 71% from beyond the arc at the moment. Throws it outside, Kwame Vaughan. Inside the final 60 seconds of this opening quarter. Great pass by Kwame Vaughan, and Keith Benson makes the 2 with the left hand. Important here that they just stay in touch. They don't want to let CEZ Nymburk get too far ahead. Quincy Diggs decided to try and feed Petra Bender instead of going for the 2 himself. The fadeaway 2 is off target, rebound by Bender. And now the fast transition down the other end, he's just lost his footing to Quincy Diggs and has turned it over. And the foul goes on Jaromir Boacic. So Quincy Diggs takes a seat, 8 points already for him, 2 assists and a rebound. It's been a fast start. And also Bender sits down. CEZ Nymburk in the penalty now. Only 24 seconds or so to go, and Kendrick Ray is the man who's just waiting to check in. Aris is the man at the line. Another one that is in his second spell at Aris. He first joined the team back in 2007, before re-signing then in August of 2016. CEZ Nymburk just trying to ensure that they have the last possession of this first quarter. It's about going himself. He couldn't move again, otherwise he would have been called on the travel. And they're just going to have to throw it up with a second to go, and it's nowhere near, but it's a pretty good start here for the home side. CEZ Nymburk have come out firing, especially from three-point range, shooting 71%. And at the end of the first, CEZ Nymburk's 27, Aris 18. As you can see, the stat there, not one three-point effort from Aris in that first quarter.
So we have two big guys, both of them forward. We have Luik and Cross and the Holmes.
Take a look at some of the highlights. It was Martin Krisch who got them off and running after quite a few turnovers early on in that first quarter, but certainly improved as it went on. The likes of Eugene Lawrence and Quincy Diggs certainly found their stride. Aris heavily reliant on the likes of Keith Benson, who has 9 points personal early on. Great pass there from Eugene Lawrence to feed Martin Krisch. Couple of fast breaks as well. Great pass by Ruban to Eugene Lawrence, who knocked down the three. Another fast break points, and again it's Eugene Lawrence running the floor. Plenty of energy, Eugene Lawrence, who's getting up and down. But great vision again to find Lawrence. That was the three from Jaromir Boacic as well. Be looking to have more and more of an impact as this goes on. And then also Pavel Pamperla, who came on and immediately connected with the three. Quincy Diggs as well. Started raining threes towards the end of that first quarter. So Gary Bell has checked in for Aris. Might just have a bit of scoreboard trouble here. I think they're just trying to sort something out before this second quarter can get underway. And I think Coach Ginsberg will be pretty delighted with what he's seen so far. Vaughan throws it out. It's Vaughan again. Aris. It's good defense here by CEZ Nymburk. Great penetration, and high up on the glass manages to get the roll. So Kwame Vaughan with his first points, and the lead is down to 7. Has been as big as 12 so far, the lead for CEZ Nymburk. Is Vioral. Be a 2 if it goes, it doesn't. Rebounds by Vaughan. Is Vasilopoulos. Oh, great pass, Vasilopoulos. Again, this will be a long two. It's an air ball. Sorellis grabs it, though, and Sorellis puts it back. Good work by Aris, number 9. Viral. Martin Peterka again, another Czech player at Eurobasket. The 3 is off target. Last touch was off Sorellis, though, and CEZ Nymburk will have the ball back. So Viral makes way. Eugene Lawrence comes back in for the home side. Drives to the baseline and doesn't get the roll. Sorellis does well to tip the ball clear, and Aris just about prevent it going out of bounds. It's Vasilopoulos. Good pass inside to the low post, trying to make some space. The foul goes on Kendrick Ray. Not happy, Kendrick Ray, at that decision. But a timeout has been called early on in this second quarter.
We need to come early and no foul. 2 shots, for what? For nothing. Now on offense we are not organized. Better. Go for him. 5 motion. Michiko come second one. Okay? Michiko come second one. Okay? Let's improve our physical. Okay? And now.
Guys, try to understand. When we're like this, and this guy cannot pass here, the guy here take the ball. The guard, take the ball.
So Sorellis is at the foul line, at the back of that timeout that we've just had. It's been a nice start for the Greek side to start off this second quarter. All right, to a 6-0 run, and they've cut the lead to just 3. Eugene Lawrence. Bender comes and sets the screen. To try and go himself here, needs some help. Martin Peterka, Lawrence with the shot clock down to 3. Lawrence has got to throw it up, throws up the little teardrop, doesn't get it to go. Grabs his own rebound though, Eugene Lawrence. Great work, need to box out to Aris. Here's Kendrick Ray. Ray, difficult, right hand took shot, but banks it in. Tough shot from Kendrick Ray, who's now got 4 points. He's 2 from 2. Drives down the baseline, throws it out. And he may have stepped out of bounds there. Gary Bell, so they'll turn it over. That's the shot we've just seen from Kendrick Ray. Quincy Diggs. It's had a good game so far, Quincy Diggs. Here he is again, steps back. The 3 is good. Quincy Diggs again from the outside. What a start he's had. He only had 4 points on game day 1, Quincy Diggs. He was 1 from 5 from the field. And he's already up to 11 points so far today. looking to respond with a three of their own, air ball. Maybe that's why they're not shooting too many threes. Quincy Diggs with the rebound. His bounce pass is just off target, and Aris do well to prevent the ball going out of bounds. Here's Vaughan, needs help, gets it through Gary Bell. And the three is good, Gary Bell, who had a quiet game really on game day one. He came alive as the game went on. Quiet start, and then in the end finished with 7 points. 3 rebounds as well. It's good to see Aris finally taking some shots from the outside though. CEZ Nymburk shooting it really well. They're 6 from 9. Here's Diggs to Eugene Lawrence. To St. John's University, Eugene Lawrence, and is ranked 3rd in total assists in their history. Motos throws it away. Good steal by Kendrick Ray, and now looking to go coast to coast. Kendrick Ray finishes with the left hand. Under pressure, Kendrick Ray coming to the party now. He's got 4 points. And the lead is up to 7 again. Kwame Vaughan for 3, comes up short. Rebound by Bender, no, he can't bring it in. And eventually, Sirelis puts back the 2. Again, they need to box out a little better than that to CEZ Nymburk. Can't allow that many opportunities. Here is Diggs. This will be a long 2 if it goes. It doesn't. Rebound, Gary Bell. Good defensive player is Gary Bell. Was the West Coast Conference Defensive Player of the Year in 2015, as the 3 again is good. This time it's Martin Peterka. They keep knocking it down from the outside. It's going to be very difficult for Aris here. It's Kwame Vaughan. As Gary Bell looks to respond with a 3 of his own. And Gary Bell throws another one down. He's got 6, both of them from the outside. Quincy Diggs with the teardrop, can't get it to fall. Kwame Vaughan grabs the rebounds. Vaughan goes coast to coast, and the floater is good. The lead down to 3 again. Lovely little step from Kwame Vaughan. I think he wanted a whistle as well. Chance of a 3-point play, didn't get it. And another timeout has been called here.
After that, we play good defense. Their guards take the rebound. Our guards not there. Come on, we lose the game on bullshit thing. We need to be commitment. Commitment. Against this kind of team, it's first of all commitment. He can't shoot so easy on you. And Chrissy, we need to box out.
And the big man run weak side to fast break. Weak side, don't walk here. He knows that we run cross, and we kick the ball to the...
Close one at the moment in the other game in Group D between Zielona Góra and Baskets Bonn. The German side 27 points to 26 up with just over 4 minutes to go in the second quarter. And it's a close one here as well. They've trailed by as many as 12, Aris, and now the lead is just 3. Here is Eugene Lawrence, Peterka. What about the 3? No charge called, and he knocks down the 2. Martin Peterka. Played in the Basketball Champions League last year, did Martin Peterka. Didn't have a great time of it, only averaged just over 2 points a game, as the 3 is way off target. So in comes Wojtek Hruban again. Quincy Diggs is the man who checks out. Pace to get past Gary Bell, looks to go coast to coast and makes the 2. Great drive by Kendrick Ray. Just accelerated past Gary Bell. 4 from 4 from the field so far, as the 2 is knocked down by Spyros Mortos. Here's Eugene Lawrence. Peterka thinks about the 3, just comes up short. Rebound by Kwame Vaughan. Vasilopoulos drives to the lane. Nice little feint as well. Can't get the right-hand hook shot to go. Kwame Vaughan goes to work on the offensive glass. Vasilopoulos throws up the 3. And Vasilopoulos looking to try and get himself going. He's got 5 points personal now. Does the veteran. He had 13 last week, Vasilopoulos. He was 2 from 2 from the outside as well. Difficult shot as well, bit of fade away on it. So Wojtek Hruban drew the foul, so he'll shoot 3. Struggled last week, did Wojtek Hruban, just 4 points. He shot 2 from 8 from the field. Was 0 from 4 from the outside, and spoke earlier about his decent 3-point shot. Obviously was not firing on game day 1. Just over 2 minutes to go in this first half. It's a first half that's ebbed and flowed, but Aris have done well just to stay in touch. Is Kwame Vaughan to Gary Bell. It's 2 from 2 from beyond the arc so far. Gary Bell looking to try and go to work himself. This time it's into Vasilopoulos, and a lovely little spin move. Vasilopoulos, and banks in the 2. It's Eugene Lawrence to Hruban. A lovely play from Wojtek Hruban. Can't get the 2 to go, although Hruban grabs the offensive board. Here he is again, Hruban. Great defense by Vasilopoulos, and in the end, offensive foul is called. Well, he is and has been considered one of the best and most tenacious defensive players in Europe. Panagiotis Vasilopoulos. Foul has gone on Boris Badac, 25-year-old Croatian. Vasilopoulos takes a seat. Signed with CEZ Nymburk this year, did Boris Badac. defense on the perimeter. Shot clock is down to 3. He's got to get it up and tries a really difficult left-handed floater. Can't get it to go. Now Eugene Lawrence. Lawrence is fouled and makes the 2. And chance for a three-point play for Eugene Lawrence. Difficult shot with his right hand going away from the basket. Made it look very easy. Good game so far for Eugene Lawrence. 9 points, 4 assists, and a chance to go double digits here as he eyes up 1 free throw, which he makes. Didn't have 1 assist last week, which was a little surprising. Eugene Lawrence, 13 points, but normally carries the team with his assists. Gary Bell, now Kwame Vaughan. Back out to Bell, who's got Ruban all over him. This will be a 2, had to try and shoot over Wojtek Ruban. Throws it back outside, thought about the 3, Balac, decides to turn it down. It's a very unorthodox looking shot, and Kwame Vaughan brings it away with about a 3-second differential between the shot and the game clock here. Just going to slow it down, Kwame Vaughan. Again, good perimeter defense by CEZ Nymburk. Now Benson's got bodies all over him. Bell has to shoot the 3 and does. Comes up a little short. Lawrence, though, throws it up from way downtown. Can't get it to go. And it's been a good first half here in the Czech Republic, in which CEZ Nymburk got off to a flying start in that first quarter, but Aris have done well to keep pegging them back. And at the break, CEZ Nymburk 46, Aris 41. So here are the stats. Well, Aris didn't take a 3-point shot in the first quarter, so they took 7 in that second quarter. CEZ Nymburk still shooting it quite well from the outside at 58%. Rebounds pretty similar. 4 more assists for CEZ Nymburk. Look at those steals as well, though, from Aris. That's probably why they've managed to keep within touching distance here. Quite a few turnovers each, 7 for CEZ Nymburk, 8 for Aris, but most of those came in the first quarter, really. It's been Quincy Diggs leading the way for Nymburk, with Eugene Lawrence has got 10 points, Martin Krish with 3 rebounds and Lawrence with 4 assists, Keith Benson with 9 points for Aris, Kwame Vaughan with 6 rebounds and a couple of assists as well. Kyle Weaver with a couple of steals, 1 block from Vasilopoulos, no real surprise there. 5 turnovers from Quincy Diggs, though, which he'll be disappointed with. And here are the game leaders, top scorers, Diggs, Lawrence and Bray leading the way for the Czechs, Benson, Sorelis and Vasilopoulos for Aris. So I'll leave you with highlights of the first half. Make sure you're back in 10 minutes time or so as the second half will get started. Welcome back, everybody, to the Czech Republic, game day 2 of this season's Basketball Champions League. And it's CEZ Nymburk taking on Aris of Greece. And at the halftime break, it is CEZ Nymburk who lead 46 points to 41. They did lead by as many as 12 in that first quarter. But Aris found a way to stay in touch. Defensively, they were good. 6 steals in that first half for Aris. And they were led the way by Keith Benson offensively. He had 9 points, Keith Benson. And Kwame Vaughan was active on both ends of the floor. 4 points, 6 rebounds and a couple of assists for him. But it was Quincy Diggs and Eugene Lawrence who set the tempo for the home side. Quincy Diggs with 11 points for him. And Eugene Lawrence has got 10 points, 4 assists as well. Martin Krish with 3 rebounds leading the way for CEZ Nymburk. Other game in Group D at the halftime break is Zielona Góra 35, Telekom Basketball 31. So just a 4-point game there, just a 5-point game here, so it's nicely poised as this second half is due to get going in about a minute or so. There is Panagiotis Giannakis, the Aris head coach. I'm sure would have been disappointed in that first quarter that his side didn't take one shot from the outside. 0 3-point attempts. They tried 7 in that second quarter. Shot it pretty well. They're at 43%. There is Ronan Ginsberg. Been at the club since 2011. Plenty of experience as well. The first non-Czech coach to coach the Czech Republic. Was with the side at Eurobasket just a couple of months ago, where his side really struggled. They were heavily reliant on the likes of Tomas Satoransky, who failed to deliver, really. Tomas Satoransky, unfortunately for them. And at the moment, he'll be pretty happy with what he's seen from his CEZ Nymburk side. Decent crowd in as well. Still a few empty seats, but in fairness, you know, people at work, not always easy for them to get here. But the second half underway, and it's CEZ Nymburk who will have the first possession here. Eugene Lawrence. Lawrence again, the shot clock down to 6, throws up the long 2, can't get it to go. Rebound Vasilopoulos. Vasilopoulos again, up against Martin Krish, decides to take on the 2, and Vasilopoulos with a really long 2, and brings the lead to just 3. Nine points so far for Vasilopoulos. The 3 way off target from Quincy Diggs. Last touch was off Martin Krish, so Aris will get it. It's Keith Benson. Navlionis, the young 20-year-old. Shot clock is down to 4. Danio, someone's got to get the shot away. Vasilopoulos, I'm not sure whether he got it away in time. Either way, it was an air ball. And Aris will turn it over. I think Vasilopoulos just saying, someone's got to tell me that the shot clock was running down. It's good work on the defensive end from the Czech Republic side. Force the turnover. Bender throws up the 2, connects with the 2. And Petra Bender has 4 points personal. Vasilopoulos to Flionis. Flionis does well to keep hold of it, although at the second time of asking, Bender strips it away from him, and now in transition down the other end, Lawrence with the bounce pass and Krish with the finish. Good fast break by CEZ Nymburk. And now again. Pops it off, can't get it to go. Easy rebound by Jaromir Bojacic. And Krish out to Eugene Lawrence. Lawrence, great little bounce pass, extra pass outside. Quincy Diggs for three. Great ball movement by CEZ Nymburk, and it's Quincy Diggs again from the outside. And he's got 17 points personal. 14 points, excuse me. 5 from 7 from the field for Quincy Diggs, and the lead is back up to double digits. 10-point advantage now. Flionis left in all kinds of space and responds with a three of his own. Dimitris Flionis. Now the fast break down the other end, and blink and you'll miss it as Petra Bender knocks the two. So fast start from both sides to kick off this third quarter, as the long two is good. Daniel, neither side can miss his first points of the game so far. He had 13 last week to go with his 6 assists, as well as Martin Krish drives to the lane and is fouled, and Krish will head to the line. So Krish heads to the line. A quiet game day one did Martin Krish, just 2 points. 1 rebound, no assists either. Only played a couple of minutes, mind you. Rebound by Kyle Weaver. Kyle Weaver's been quiet today. Only 4 points, a couple of assists and a rebound. The main man last week, Kyle Weaver, was 16 points in Aris' 6-point win over Stelmet Zielona. Gora, really good bounce pass, had the extra pass he wanted, swatted away by Petra Bender. Now Eugene Lawrence, good hands by Lawrence. Quincy Diggs. Diggs throws up the three and connects again. Quincy Diggs cannot miss from the outside. He was in Germany last year, or last season. Quincy Diggs only signed for CEZ Nymburk in 2017. Modern addition he's proving to be, and the ball bounces off the knees of Vasilopoulos and out of bounds, so they'll turn it over again, Aris, and look at the fury on Coach Giannikis' face as we take a look at the three again from Quincy Diggs. He's up to 17. Throws it out to Eugene Lawrence. Now Martin Krish. Krish drives. He's so good when he drives and penetrates towards the lane and finishes very softly with his left hand. And the lead is as big as it has been. It's up to 13. And Quincy Diggs 5 from 6 from the outside. They've turned it over again. Here is Quincy Diggs going coast to coast, and Quincy Diggs makes the easy two, and a nice little run being put together here by CEZ Nymburk, and a timeout has been called. Flionis very carelessly gave away possession, and Quincy Diggs with the hot hands doesn't need anyone else to help him out. So Diggs with 19. Personally, 7 from 9 from the field. And timeout calls.
I care about playing. You understand me? Make foul!
Not happy at all. Panagiotis Giannikis, I don't care about winning, I care about playing, is what he just told his team. He's just not happy with the performance level at the moment from his side. Offensive foul, and again Aris will turn it over here. Yeah, just used his left arm to grab round the back of Bender. Not going to get away with that one. Lead up to 15. Here's Lawrence. Outscored Aris 17 points to 7 so far in this third quarter. Just over 4 minutes to go. Great pass, Eugene Lawrence. And again, Martin Chris just driving down that baseline unnoticed and knocks down another easy 2. But what a dish from Lawrence. 7 assists now, Lawrence, and that's what they needed. Gary Bell responding with a 3 of his own. He shot the ball well from the outside. 3 from 4 so far today. And now Quincy Diggs turns it over. The bounce pass from Eugene Lawrence, and again a nice finish from Martin Krish. Krish has quietly gone about his business. He has 11 points now, 4 rebounds, couple of assists as well. He's 5 from 6 from the field. As Kyle Weaver checks out, shaking his head. Clearly not happy with his level so far today. Can they just stay within touch? Here is Bell. The 3 from Sorellis, way short, and Vasilopoulos couldn't grab the rebound, just couldn't quite react in time. Here's Lawrence. Lawrence throws up the 3 himself, just can't get it to go, and can't grab the rebound either, Bender. So Aris will get it back. Of course, what Aris need to remember is that last week on game day 1, they led by 14 going into the final quarter, and very nearly let it slip away from them as Bell finally misses one from the outside. And Boachik just couldn't quite grab the rebounds. Eugene Lawrence takes a seat. Vioral is the man who's checked in. Kwame Vaughan for 3, way off target. Offensive rebound though. Throws it back outside and throws it away. Not able to take advantage of their second chance opportunity. The 3 is short. Vasilopoulos grabs the rebounds. Oh, and it's poor ball handling from Kwame Vaughan. Turned it over again. Vioral. Now Kendrick Ray to Martin Klisch. Kendrick Ray again, thought he was fouled. Officials allow play to go on. And Klisch eventually is called on the offensive foul. And CEZ Nymburk will turn it over. Must be pretty happy, Ronan Ginsberg. Here's Gary Bell. Extra pass, good defense though by Bender. Throws it back outside. Again, good perimeter defense by Klisch, has to try and shoot over him, can't get it to go. And Kendrick Ray grabs the loose ball, and Ray, looking to go himself, throws it outside. The three is just a little short, and Kwame Vaughan grabs the rebound. Great hands as well. Flick the ball behind his back, throws it back outside to Soreles. Good penetration by Vaughan, can't get it to go. Martin Klisch grabs the rebound, and now the fast break to Boacic, who lines up the three, and again can't connect. Boacic will be disappointed in all kinds of space, but makes the two. Good work on the offensive glass from the home side. Lead is 16. Vasilopoulos, oh, just doesn't get the roll, in and out. Rebound by Bender. 40 seconds left in this third quarter, and it's been a third quarter to forget so far for Aris. Outscored 21 points to 10 so far. Make that 23 points to 10 as the floater is good by Kendrick Ray. Ball so much better in this game day 2 encounter, as Kwame Vaughan has just given it straight to Boacic, who slams it down, and all of a sudden the lead is 20. Kwame Vaughan, right before the buzzer, responds with a three, but even still CEZ Nymburk have really got away from the Greek side in that third quarter. And they lead by 17. Outscoring the Greek side 25 points to 13 there, and at the end of the third, CEZ Nymburk 71, Aris 54. And that was the three right on the buzzer from Kwame Vaughan, claiming that he was fouled as well. Let's listen in to the team talks.
Come on, let's go. Let's go first and then.
Final quarter just about to get going. Aris trailing by 17 points, but as I said, they've got to remember last week, game day 1, they led by 14 going into the final quarter, and still Metzialona Gora got them back to within 3 coming down the stretch. They managed to close it out by 6 points in the end, but just shows them that anything is possible out here. They won't be giving up just yet. They just lost concentration at the vital time in that third quarter. Big rebound by Kendrick Ray to start off for CEZ Nymburk. Great pass as well, and the foul is called on Kyle Weaver. And they'll head to the line, Petra Bender, to shoot a couple. Yeah, shot the ball so much better in this game compared to game day 1. Have CEZ Nymburk, they're shooting 61% from 2-point range so far today. Against Nanterre last week, they shot 29.3%. As Kyle Weaver looks to be in a bit of pain here, which will just compound Aris's misery. Trying to turn him over. So he's sitting up, which is good news. I think he's just told Coach Giannakis that he probably isn't able to continue. Can he stand up? So we hope that Kyle Weaver is okay. Hasn't quite had the same impact today as he did last week. Only 4 points, a couple of rebounds and a couple of assists, but still a big player for the Greek side. So we hope that there's no long-term damage there. Yeah, going back to what I was saying about CEZ Nymburk shooting the ball so much better today compared to last week. 61% from 2-point range today compared to 29% last week. And they were 27% from beyond the arc against Nanterre. And they're at 50% this week. So a massive differential from both inside and outside here today compared to game day 1. And it goes some way to explaining why they lead by 18 points today. Here's Vasilopoulos, shot clock is down to 2. Does he realise? Manages to draw the foul. So we get a 14-second reset here, Aris. Catch and shoot from Gary Bell. Can't get it to go. Rebound by Pumperla. Vioral. Bender throws the 2. Can't get that to drop, and Aris come away with it. Lovely little spin as well. Has to go back to Bell. Now Kwame Vaughan. Vaughan drives and just dishes it out to Vasilopoulos, who just about gets the roll. Here's Wojtek Hruban. Hruban tries to bank it in, and Hruban makes a difficult shot. Well, Aris can't afford just a trade here. They need to get some stops and need to start making down this end. Vasilopoulos throws it away. That's the last thing they want to do. Turnover and an unsportsmanlike foul called on Vasilopoulos this time. A little bit of frustration, I think, beginning to show. Realised that the fast break was on. So they'll shoot free throw and then they'll regain possession, will CEZ Nymburk. As Coach Ginsburg just uses this opportunity to have a quick chat with Eugene Lawrence. Zelo Nagora at 55, Telekom Basketball 44 in the other game in Group D. So an 11-point lead, the fourth quarter just about to start there, so they're a little bit behind us. Ustend against Besiktas, starting very soon as well. And then Nanterre against Stedigas Avellino is tomorrow evening. Makes up the final game in Group D as Lawrence again drives and lovely soft touch at the net. And the lead is just growing here for CEZ Nymburk. It's up to 22 now. Extra pass, Kwame Vaughan for three. Beautiful shooting rhythm from Kwame Vaughan. Kendrick Ray, fade away two, just everything dropping for the home side. Look at the shot from Kendrick Ray. He's only 23 years of age, a man born in the Bronx. Here's Bell from way downtown. Connects with the three, Gary Bell, and he shot that three really nicely today. Tries to respond with a three of his own, he's fouled. And Kendrick Ray will head to the line to shoot three. Foul goes on Mortos. The second. Aris have got back-to-back home games to follow this one. So next Wednesday they're up against Nanterre. That's Wednesday the 25th of October, and then the following Tuesday they're also at home in Greece with a home match against Telekom Basketball of Germany. So that's their next two matches. Their next away game is on Tuesday the 7th of November against Besiktas in Istanbul. So two home games followed by an away trip to Turkey. Good aggressive run from Kendrick Ray. Draws the foul, so he'll shoot a couple more. As for CEZ Nymburk, their next game is next Tuesday. It's an away game in Germany against Telekom Basketball. A week after, they're at home to Besiktas. That's on Tuesday the 31st of October. And then their first game in November, Wednesday the 8th, they're away to Stedigas Avellino. So there's CEZ Nymburk's next three. Good perimeter defense, shot clock down to 5, drives along the baseline. Great little pass, rejected by Bender. Big block by Petra Bender. It's so important that you take care of your home floor during these tournaments. It's a long and grueling couple of months, really. Every single week, these sides traveling around Europe. It's so important that you do take care of the home court. So CEZ Nymburk, at the moment, looks as though they're going to pick up this win after losing here at home on game day 1. Good pass from Lawrence. And Ruban manages to play the ball off Mortos. Catch and shoot, Wojtek Ruban connects with the 3. So Ruban has 7 points personal. The lead is just growing and growing, 25. The CEZ Nymburk lead now, 87-62. Lawrence not happy with the whistle there. Just over 5 minutes to go. First look at Dimitris Morants out here as well for Aris. Didn't play last week. The 3 from miles downtown, can't get it to go. Morant does well and tips the ball back. And a foul is called, so he'll head to the line and shoot 3. The only 25 years of age, Dimitris Morant, joined Aris in August, went to Florida Gulf Coast University and was the Atlantic Sun Conference Defensive Player of the Year in his senior year. Quite a few dejected, deflated men on that Aris bench at the moment. It hasn't quite happened for them today. They did well, especially in that first quarter, just to stay in touch, and I kind of thought after they did that, after trailing by 12 midway through that first quarter, and at the end of it they trailed by 11. No, sorry, 9 in the end of the first quarter. And then they did well in the second quarter. They got it back to just 7 points at the end of the first half as the 3's just off target. Ruban couldn't grab the rebound, but Kendrick Ray does and puts the 2 back. Yeah, trailed by just 7 at the end of the first half, but since the first half, it's been one-way traffic, really. Outscored them 25-13 in the third quarter, did CEZ Nymburk, and they're outscoring them 18-11 so far in this fourth. Still shouting, still singing, still chanting their team. Oh, the Aris supporters, that's good to see. I'm sure they'll appreciate this, will the Aris players. Here's Eugene Lawrence. CEZ Nymburk in the penalty already with 4 minutes to go in this final quarter. Lawrence comes up just a little short with the jumper. Bender, though, with the offensive board, and Lawrence in no rush, just looking to slow the tempo of this game down. Pamperla out to Kendrick Ray. The 3 is just off target, and it's put back beautifully by, I think it was Pamperla. They both went for it, Pamperla and Wojtek Ruban. The 2 in and out. Last touch was off. Spyros Mortos, so CEZ Nymburk get it back again. This is the little putback here. I think it was actually Wojtek Hruban who got hold of it. Kendrick Ray takes a seat. He's just grown into this game as it's gone on. And Quincy Diggs back out there. 19 points so far for Quincy Diggs, and good work on the defensive end that time by Mortos. Here's Wojtek Hruban, good penetration, and makes the two with the left hand, does Hruban. Difficult shot, way off target, and Lawrence just allows it to go out of bounds. It's Eugene Lawrence. Hruban thought about the three, decided against it, can't move again, but just makes the little teardrop. Wojtek Hruban coming to the party now. He's got 11 personal. So many men have stepped up for CEZ Nymburk today. Diggs with 19, Lawrence with 12. As they respond with another three, Gary Bell is up to 15. All 15 of his points have come from beyond the arc. He's 5 from 8. It's Eugene Lawrence. Lawrence drives, and really clever finish. Eugene Lawrence with the left hand. Mortos throws it back outside, just under 90 seconds to go in this game day 2 encounter in the regular season of the second edition of the Basketball Champions League. Remember, a slight change in the Champions League this year to last. There's 8 fewer teams, 32 teams in the competition rather than 40, and it's just the top 4 in each of the groups that will advance to the round of 16. So it's a bit more user-friendly, easier to understand who goes through, who doesn't. We're just going to check something here using the television replay. You get the feeling you wouldn't really like to be in the dressing room after this one, in the Aris dressing room anyway, with Panagiotis Giannikis. I don't think he's going to be very happy at all with what he's seen from his team today. In a bit of a lackluster performance. Sure what they're looking at here, what they've decided. Either way, it's Aris possession with 7 seconds left on the shot clock. Petra Bender takes a seat. 7 points, 5 rebounds for Bender today. Yannick is still arguing with the officials. Not quite sure what he's so disgruntled about. Well, we can finally get back underway. The lead is 27. The shot clock is down to 3. Someone's got to shoot it. The 3 is off target. Rebound. Now Vioral can bring it forward for CEZ Nymburk inside the final 60 seconds. It's Vioral again. Extra pass, Ruban from way downtown, can't get it to go. Rebound by Athaniou. And Mortos. Important that they just try and stay as close as they can here, Aris. You never know, come the end of the regular season, just how important point differential could be. Throws it back outside, the 3 from Mortos, in and out. Rebound by Pamperla. And there's about a 5-second differential between the shot and the game clock. They'll just try and run it down here through Wojtek Ruban. Shot clock down to 3. Ruban throws up the 2, and Ruban connects again. And Ruban goes to 13 points. This will be the last possession of the game. Can they finish with a flourish? No, they can't, as Gary Bell misses the 3. And CEZ Nymburk have their first win in this season's Basketball Champions League after losing at home last week. They're off and running here. It's finished CEZ Nymburk 99, Aris 70. Well, they really turned it on in that second half, did CEZ Nymburk. 25 points to 13 in the third quarter, and they outscored Aris 28 points to 16 in that final quarter. Some big games from a number of players, the likes of Quincy Diggs and Eugene Lawrence, who was just 1 assist away from a double-double, was Eugene Lawrence. Had 9 assists in the end. And the CEZ Nymburk players just thanking their supporters. This is great how they do this. Go and give all the fans a big high five and thank them for coming. Really like it when they do this. Shows how appreciative they are. And for Aris, well, not quite their day today. Let's hope Kyle Weaver's okay. He's walking off, which is good news, so hopefully he is all right. But you can just see CEZ Nymburk shot the ball much better. 64% compared to 47% from 2. 45% compared to 36 from 3. 19 assists for CEZ Nymburk. 9 of those for Eugene Lawrence. 5 more rebounds as well. 17 turnovers as well for Aris. That is not good enough. Just 8 for CEZ Nymburk, and a lot of those came in the first quarter as well, so they looked after the ball really well as that game went on. Here are the game leaders. Diggs led the way with 19 points for Nymburk. Gary Bell had 15, all 15 of those coming from beyond the arc. Klisch had 6 rebounds, as did Kwame Vaughan for Aris, and Eugene Lawrence with 9 assists. Vasilopoulos had 4 for Aris and led the way. 3 steals for Kendrick Ray, who came up big as well in the end. He had 18 points. Eugene Lawrence with 14. It was just Bell and Kwame Vaughan who reached double digits for Aris today. So both the sides now have a 1-1 record to kick off this season's Basketball Champions League. I will leave you with all of the highlights from this one. Thank you for your company today, and of course we'll be back tomorrow and next week with plenty more action from this season's Basketball Champions League.